All I want to know right now is if Tyler Robinson is a Groyper. That's what I need to know. And what's a Groyper? A Groyper is somebody that follows Nick Fuentes, who is a far-right talking head, and he was like the nemesis of Charlie Kirk. And Nick Fuentes' followers do not like Charlie Kirk. Nick Fuentes is religious, and he's very pro-young white man. And he convinces people on the right not to vote Republican, don't vote for Trump. He loathes J.D. Vance and anything to do with J.D. Vance. He continually rips on Israel, and he promotes a lot of things like what the left talks about, except it's kind of like inverted with the racist twist. I follow him. I listen to him because I think he's interesting, not in like a healthy way, but he's someone I think that everyone should be watching on the right to kind of gauge what's going on over there, because he is getting a lot more people following as they see that this administration is full of shit. So that's why I watch him all the time, to keep my finger on the pulse of that group. And why I bring this up is because of those shell casings, because they don't sound like something that someone on the left would write. Now, I know people on the left go, oh, but it said, catch this, fascist. But the people on the right don't think they're fascists. And Nick Fuentes uses the term fascist all the time. He's like, fascist, like, because I grew up over there, right? And so I had no idea what a fascist was. I did not think that I was a racist or anything of the kind. I had people of every color in my life. I protected them, defended them, but I voted as a Republican. And I thought that was best for everybody, because that's what the cult makes you believe. Like, your brain shoots off into a million different compartments. And so you can have someone black in your life and still think you're doing something good, even if it's a bad action, because it's like it doesn't all connect, because you don't have your own identity. You have the identity of the cult leader. You're not allowed to have your own. Their will is first, and so information never fully connects until other things happen, which is happening on the right. Happened to a good friend of our family last night, called and said, that man's a liar. Hardcore MAGA. Okay, so, and one of the casings says, then, like, if you're reading this, you're gay, LMAO. Doesn't sound like someone that would loathe Charlie Kirk for what he's doing to people in his hateful rhetoric, right? And then the other things were kind of referring like furries or like some meme. I don't know, but it just doesn't sound like the left. But it does sound like Nick Fuentes. So, it's important because, and I'm open to this kid being on the left. He could have been a black sheep, and this was just too much for him. But he was 22, and he was white, conservative family, dad is sheriff, grew up around guns. White young male growing up in a conservative home like that. They're very stressed. They're very scared in their own way about all of this, looking for leadership, and, for whatever reason. And Nick is very homophobic. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, so if you hear the word fascism, you're going, oh, well, then it was definitely that. It very well could be that he's a Groyper. And again, this matters because when they want to make a martyr out of Charlie Kirk, it's going to be hard if the kid's a Groyper. And not to mention, this is about gun violence. So when people want to go, oh, wait, how did he die? Oh, he was assassinated while he was making fun of gun violence. Oh, his poor wife. Yeah, her husband died while he was making fun of gun violence. Like, it gets hard, and this kid is young and he's white, grew up in a conservative home. The minister came over to talk to him after, when he told his dad or whatever. So this is a hard sell. And they just asked Trump how he feels after the shooting, which, they were acting like, oh, he was like my son. And he went like, kind of like, oh, great. And then like, hey, look at all the trucks. We're building this ballroom. Look at us. We're doing all this stuff. He wanted the attention right back to him. If you can't make a martyr out of Charlie Kirk, and Charlie Kirk obviously can't deliver the youth vote for him anymore, don't need to talk about Charlie Kirk anymore. Let's get back to me. And that's what happens when you do business with the world's best con man and a malignant narcissist. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.